WoW just released a new battle royale inside of their MMO, and it's pretty good. Not only is it pretty good, I actually hope that Guild Wars 2 eventually does something like this as well. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you why. Subscribe to the channel for more content of this, and let's get into it. So, what is this new battle royale thing that WoW did? I'm gonna show you a little bit of the footage when I was playing. I really enjoy it. It's been very fun to play. And what it is essentially, and I guess like 60 people get inside of one big zone, and they have to fight each other for one person to, survive and win against everyone else. In order to do this, you'll get new abilities that you can upgrade, get, farm PvE, essentially mobs, to get bigger levels and have more health and have more damage, and have the different types of utilities and builds in order to fight them and eventually win. It's very fun. It's very easy to play, as you don't really need a lot of information about WoW to actually understand it, as every one of the abilities are new. There's nothing here from the actual game that kind of carries over, and it actually has some good amount of rewards that carry over from this game to the normal version of WoW, so it gives a good amount of incentives for people to play this one if they already play WoW. It's a very good system. I have some issues. For example, for some reason they decided to not make it free. I don't understand why, as almost every battle royale is free, and definitely doesn't have a sub, by the way. And I understand that WoW does have a sub, but this is essentially, this whole game mode is kind of for people to get from not playing WoW at all to eventually maybe playing WoW, and otherwise they can just get in there and play this game mode and be part of a game that Blizzard is developing. So honestly, the fact that they didn't do that, it's completely and utterly unhinged to me. I don't understand why they didn't do that. I have a lot of friends who play Guild Wars 2 and don't play WoW, and they were kind of, oh, we could play together or whatever, but they don't want to pay $15 a month in order to play this game for like a week, right? And that's completely understandable, I think. And especially considering that Blizzard doesn't have the best reputation, most people don't want to give money to Blizzard if they can, right? So yeah, but there you go. I think honestly, WoW doesn't have a very cool combat. I don't think. I mean, if you like it, that's fine, but it's not very modern. It's not very action combat-y. Most people find it very weird to watch, and they don't like it that much. And with good reason, I think. And the thing is, with this game mode is particularly, all those things kind of are out the window. Most of the abilities are action oriented, not target combat oriented, and it makes it very fluid, very fun to press the buttons, very fun to play around with it. And I think that is a very good thing. And I think Guild Wars 2, for example, could really make a very good battle royale by just doing the same things that this is doing, grabbing a zone that we already have. I mean, fuck, we already have South Zone Survival, which indeed has a battle royale mode. It's just very not updated, right? Having something like that, putting a lot of the ideas that this game mode specifically has inside of it, levels, new abilities, right? Utility abilities, damaging abilities, escape abilities, and of course the ability to upgrade them to maximum level and everything, and leveling up as well. All these things would be so fun in a Guild Wars 2 environment, I think, with a dodge roll. And you could actually make it so, I mean, I guess it could be one way or the other. You could make it so you only have new abilities and no actual Guild Wars 2 abilities, or you could make it so it's almost like a PvP game mode, where a lot of people essentially have the possibility of of using, I don't know, elite specs and all this other stuff. I guess that would make it too complicated for most people, especially new players. I guess maybe you could do it like you have two versions of it, one with the new abilities that you can replace, and another one with actual just PvP, right? I think that could be fun. And I know a lot of people would say like, oh, well, you can just do that in guild halls. Yeah, but guild halls don't have like the upgrade you don't have the upgrade component of battle royales. You don't have the loot inside of it. You don't have the approaching storm that it forces you to kill all the people, right? You can just hide forever, which is not a good thing, right? So I think honestly, if they could actually grab something like Sun Survival and just update a little bit, put new abilities, develop a little bit, you know, put some effort on it, into it, it would be super fun. And I also understand some people are gonna say like, well, why would you do that when you can put more content inside of the game, new raids, new strikes, new fractals, all this other stuff. And I get it, and I definitely agree with it in terms of what Guild Wars 2 needs. But to be honest, it's always good to have something new. That is just, you know, it's just fun. A lot of people are having the same argument against WoW right now. Why would you do this when you could have just done a new raid or a new dungeon? But to be fair, you know, people get kind of bored of those things, you know, getting the same thing over and over again, even in the same format, even if it's something new. I don't think, you know, it's that exciting, you know, getting a full new combat, you know, a full new mode that drives everyone to play it together. I think is super cool, especially when you can actually, you know, for example, in Guild Wars 2, you already have most of it already done, and you can just like put a little bit of effort into it, do it, you know, and just get a whole new mode that people really play with not too much effort and a lot of excitement to the game. I also think, of course, even though WoW's combat in this game mode is very good, it still feels like WoW. It still feels a little bit unresponsive sometimes, a bit hard to actually target, you know, do targeted skills into the floor, right? Sometimes they feel a bit laggy and stuff, even though, you know, they're trying their best. And I think Guild Wars 2's combat would honestly be way better than this, right? In an environment like this. Will they do it? Probably not, but I do think, honestly, I'm kind of happy that WoW did this in the first place. It kind of pushes the genre, I mean, well, not the genre, but, oh yeah, I guess so. I was going to say the MMORPG genre in some ways, because they can prove that they can do something completely different inside of their game, and it's still very fun and successful. But also, honestly, in some ways, they are actually pushing the Battle Royale genre as well, as there's honestly not a Battle Royale like this ever, right? Like, there hasn't been like an RPG kind of like Battle Royale where not everything is like, when when there isn't like actual shooters mechanics, right? There's a lot of melee abilities in this Battle Royale, and it's it really feels like an MMO. It doesn't really feel like, it really feels like an RPG, right? It doesn't really feel like a shooter at all, even if you have skill shots. So I'm very happy with it. I'm gonna continuously play it from time to time. I know that Muckluck actually is participating in a in a tournament for this, which is very fun. And I hope, honestly, it would be awesome if he wins or he gets very far away. You know, very further into the tournament. I think it would be super funny, super fun, and I would be definitely proud of him. But yeah, I would definitely recommend it if you have the money to spare. If you wanted to try WoW in the first place, and you know, it's the perfect moment to do it. Might as well. You can play, you know, you can level up a little bit in the actual game, and then have a little bit of a relaxing time and a fun time playing the Battle Royale a little bit, right? It's not gonna really, you know, the skills that you get in this game mode, it's not really gonna transfer that well to the actual game, but who cares? It's about having fun, and I don't know, I'm really happy that they're taking chances, and I hope that, honestly, Guild Wars 2 also did, you know, took some chances sometimes in that regard. I know that we're having a lot of issues in terms of like how much content we're getting and all this other stuff, and they definitely should solve that as well. But I think it's also nice to have a little bit of new things, you know, random things, creative things that you know, push the game and give excitement to the game, instead of, you know, just getting the same things that we always get. But we'll see what happens. Probably nothing will happen, but I did wanted to talk about it a little bit too much, a little bit for sure. But there you go. Thank you very much for watching, guys. See you guys around. Love you all. Bye bye.